because you work closely with Alyssa. How was that?
Great. I mean, I adored her. She's a consummate professional, very open and very welcoming. Can't say that was true of all the rest of them. Actually, most just one of them was not so nice. And she was great.
Alyssa was amazing for several reasons. You know, here I am, this guest star. And at that point, she had probably like met 1,000 guest stars, probably more at that point, actually, more than 1,000, probably, I don't know, like several thousand guest stars. But she treated me as though I was special. And I mean, she didn't have to do that. She's such a busy woman, but she gave me a ton of advice, both as a female on set, be aware of the fact that you are a woman on set. And as an actor, as a young actor coming in onto a set, you're so nervous to have the star. I mean, she was definitely the star of the show. Treat me like that. It immediately put me at ease. And I had heard all the rumors, you know what I mean? So I went on set and I was like, oh my God, it's going to be like a cat fight, like whatever, you know. And it was none of that. And well, how about just look at the fact that of that show, she is the only one that regularly continues to work. That says something. It's not just her talent. It's that she's pleasant to be around. And she comes to set and she knows her lines. And she isn't, you know, starting fights, and she's professional. I think that's all you need to know.
Alicia was a sweetheart. She was just very welcoming and just very nice. And Rose was, she was not cold, but she was quite a character. So you almost dare not get near her. But Lisa was actually particularly nice, really sweet, very welcoming, and went that extra distance to make you feel welcome and not feel like you just stood in the corner waiting. I remember walking out thinking, oh, she's a lovely girl. So maybe that loveliness just makes her slightly an easier target for irrelevant comments that people will say.
My first day of work was a gallery shoot with these girls, and I had to join the three of them. It was very scary and very nerve-wracking. But when I got to set and I was so nervous, I didn't have like a glam squat. It was very different back then. And I walked onto the stage of where they were shooting Alyssa Milano and Rose McGowan, and I see Alyssa and I'm like, I basically was so nervous, and she comes running up to me and gives me this huge hug, and she was like, welcome to our show. And that moment, I'll never forget that. That was so important. I've taken that with me too, because she knew what that meant to me. She might not even remember that moment, but I remember it forever. And so now I know what it's like when someone new comes on. I know the feeling. I know it's really nerve-wracking. So there's moments like that with people like that really do mold your career, mold your path and how you treat other people, you know? So that was a really good moment.
One of the things I get asked most frequently is, how do you feel about Alyssa Milano stealing your movement? I actually didn't know it was you for a while. I didn't know who had started it. Mm-hmm. And then I get this message, and you said, I didn't know you existed. I've tweeted out your organization. I think it's great. How can I help you? And really the spirit of our relationship for the last 3 years has been that. How can I help you? It was not just you tweeting out the organization, but that happened on Sunday, and I think on Wednesday or Thursday we were on Good Morning America. Yeah. Right? And you asked them to bring me on to Good Morning America. And so even though they had me in that little box in the corner and just was like, I love them, thank you. It was like a Frosted Flakes moment. One of the things I definitely admire about you is that you stay active. Like you stay active. I mean, you know, I was like, one of the reasons why she can't hijack a movement is because she doesn't have time.